What is going on, internet world? My name is Tommy. You probably know me as Ribbit, and I'm your coach of the Atlanta Braviaries, the highest flying, flyest looking team on YouTube. We are here with our Week 3 battle of the UBL against the Michigan Milotic and Coach BassoonBoy. This is going to be a great match. Welcome to the workshop. Alrighty guys, we are here breaking down our matchup for the third week of the UBL against the Michigan Milotic and Coach BassoonBoy. He's got a really scary team, but I think we have a good squad to take him on. This first mon is Tapu Koko. Koko is obviously one of the best mons in the format. A great speed tier at base 130, and amazing typing in electric and fairy. Thunderbolts and Volts, which is hit incredibly hard, especially when boosted by electric terrain. Dazzling Gleam is good. It can U-turn around for additional pivoting. It can also run physical stuff with moves like Brave Bird. It can Calm Mind. I believe it gets like Iron Defense and Stored Power if he's feeling really funky. Can run Specs and Scarf incredibly easily. Life Orb or Leftovers or Shookaberry for Calm Mind variants. Koko is definitely coming this week. It scares away a lot of my bigger stuff, or my more defensive mons like Skarmory and Moltres. So I definitely think that Koko's coming, and it's just fantastic for every matchup. He's got Salamence. Salamence is an amazing and versatile threat. A Dragon and Flying type, very offensive with 130 and 110 in its attacking stats, and then 100 in speed with two great abilities in Intimidate and Moxie. I definitely think Salamence comes because I don't think a setup sweeping variant is coming, because I have a couple things like Skarmory shuts down some physical sets, and then Weavile can obviously revenge it with stuff like Ice Shard, but I do think that a bulky set is coming this week, maybe with Intimidate, something like Hurricane or Draco, Flamethrower, Roost or Wish, and something like Defog. I could totally see that because his hazard removal isn't Supercellar this week. So I can totally see that set coming because he needs a fire type move in order for him to hit Skarmory, because Dual Wing Beat or Outrage won't really do a whole lot. He's got Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron is a huge defensive wall, pure steel type with the filter ability, and that base 230 defense. Even uninvested, it takes hits for days. This thing is totally coming. It's his best response to Weavile, as even banded low kicks only do like 34% to it, which is crazy. So Aggron's absolutely coming. It's going to be a beast. It has good moves to hit stuff which would otherwise clean it up, like Moltres. It can run Rock Blast or Stone Edge to hit that. It can run Earthquake for stuff like Magnezone. He does have to be careful though, because I do have the Magnet Pull on Magnezone, and he doesn't have the option to run Shed Shell, obviously, as he has to run that Aggronite. So he can get trapped by that. Obviously, he can be packing something like Earthquake, which is going to send me for a loop, but I could get free chip on it like every single time, essentially, with Volt Switch. So that's something he has to watch out for. He's got Cinderace. Cinderace is a really fast and offensive fire type, base 119 speed, 116 in attack. Power Ball hits incredibly hard. It's really all it needs. Only Blaze in this league, by the way, no Libero. Just Blaze, but still, even without it, Power Balls, high jump kicks, U-turn, Sucker Punch. It can run Court Change, which is really cool. I believe it gets Iron Head and Gunk Shot. A bunch of good moves, even without Libero. Running Choice Band, Heavy Duty Boots, Life Orb, something of the sort. Cinderace has probably come this week. Just, it's so good in every match, and I don't have super good responses to it. I do have Swampert, obviously, but it does a ton to stuff like Skarmory and Magnezone. You can also run a Scarf set to outspeed something like a Banded Weavile, which I've shown to be pretty comfortable using. He's got Snorlax. Snorlax is a really bulky, pure normal type with a thick fat ability. You can also run Gluttony for berry stuff. I don't think Snorlax comes this week just because M-Medi, but it is really scary nonetheless. It can run Assault Vest sets. It can run Curse sets with, Iapapa berries or something with Gluttony. It's really strong. It's got a good move pool. He's got Zarude. Zarude is a really cool offensive grass and dark type. Very fast at base 105 speed with I believe 120 in attack, and very respectable natural bulk, even with a poor defensive typing like grass and dark. Not a great move pool. It's essentially got Power Whip, Close Combat, and Darkest Lariat. I believe you can also U-turn out, run stuff like Choice Band, Choice Scarf, or like a bulk upset. It can also get Jungle Healing, which is cool to heal its status moves and restore a little bit of HP. Again, Zarude is a maybe. He's got some other good stuff to fill the slots, and I do have some good mons like Mega Medicham and Weavile and Moltres and Skarmory that shut down kind of hard, but it can do some good work for him. He's got Vaporeon. Vaporeon's an incredibly bulky, defensive Cleric, just all in one pivot. It's amazing. 130 HP, can pass huge wishes, and Cleric with Heal Bell. It can Scald and Ice Beam, flip turn around. Pretty much does the same thing every match, but this thing's totally coming. Again, one of his better ways to deal with stuff like Moltres. It can take on Mega Medicham really well if I'm not running High Jump Kick, or he can run Protect also really easily on that thing with a Wish set, which would stop Mega Medicham from doing Mega Medicham things. So definitely got to watch out for Vaporeon. He's got Frostmoth. Frostmoth is a really cool and underrated ice and bug type. It's a quicker dense setup threat, obviously, with Ice Beam and Bug Buzz and Giga Drain. It also gets U-Turn and Defog, which makes it a cool little bulky pivot. And with Ice Scales essentially being the specially defensive equivalent of Huge Power, it's very, very bulky on the special side. Obviously, Ice and Bug is a pretty terrible defensive typing, forcing it to run Boot so it doesn't take 50% from rocks. But he could bring it if he was worried about hazards, as it also does hit stuff like Skarmory pretty easily. But I have some good responses to it, so I don't really think it comes. Toxicroak is his next pick. Toxicroak is really cool, especially and physically offensive, poison fighting type, gunk shots and close combat, strain punches. It can run like Vacuum Wave and Bullet Punch for priority. It's pretty cool. So if it comes, I have to be careful to figure out what set it is, so I don't lose to the wrong, or so I don't switch in the wrong thing, obviously. But again, I think he's got some better stuff to fill the slots this week. So I don't really know if Toxicroak comes. It can set up a Swords Dance and Nasty Plot though, so I got to be really careful. He's got Claydol. Claydol's a really cool Pokemon. It's a Hazards Machine. Stealth Rocks, I believe it gets Spikes. And Rapid Spin, it levitates, so it's not getting hit by those spikes or toxic spikes. And it does obviously have the ground typing, so it resists Stealth Rock. So it's a really good hazard setter. It's a bulky teleport pivot. It's got great defenses. Ground and Psychic type is a decent typing, and it does take on Mega Medicham fairly well, being a Psychic type. So I think Claydol has a pretty good shot at coming just to deal with hazards from Skarmory and handle Mega Medicham, so I just can't spam stuff like Zen Headbutt. And then his last mon is Haunter. Haunter, obviously, little baby Gengar, but it's still very strong. Base 95 speed. It's got a good move pool, just like Gengar. Maybe he brings it just so he has a Ghost type, so I can't lock into fighting moves with Mega Medicham, but otherwise, again, I think he's got better stuff to fill the slots. So let's hop into what I am bringing this match. Leading us off this week, the Remedy again, Mega Medicham. Running an offensive set this week, low kick, Zen Headbutt, Ice Punch, and Fake Out. Max attack, max speed with Jolly Nature to speed tie offensive Salamence. Low kick is there instead of high jump kick or drain punch, just because it does a ton to stuff like Snorlax and Mega Aggron without me running the risk of missing a high jump kick or something having Protect. So I really like that option. Zen Headbutt does a ton of stuff. Ice Punch is there for Claydol and Salamence, and then Fake Out is there just for residual chip. Very safe going into Mega Medicham against something. Just clicking Fake Out, figuring out what he's going to do, as I don't believe he has any Steadfast Mons, and it's going to do a ton to even defensive stuff because Mega Medicham is so strong. Next up, Windshear's coming back, running a defensive Rocky Helmet set. Brave Bird, Spikes, Roost, and Whirlwind. Mixed defenses. This is enough special defense investment so that Flamethrower from uninvested, but not like negative nature. Salamence doesn't two-shot me. Rocky Helmet obviously is there for dual wing beat, stuff like that. Doing some big damage to stuff like Salamence obviously, also to Mega Aggron. And if I'm feeling bold, maybe like a U-turn pivoting Cinderace. And then Brave Bird obviously hits a lot of stuff. Spikes is there in conjunction with Whirlwind to do a lot of damage to stuff like Aggron. Just Whirlwind that out, force him into difficult situations, and then Roost just for longevity. Next up, Cheshire the Gengar coming back with another Choice Scarf set this week. Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast, and Thunderbolt. Shadow Ball plus Focus Blast kind of messes up his entire team. I contemplated bringing a Nasty Plot sub, but I think that Choice Scarf is a little bit better because I can outspeed stuff like Koko, +1 Salamence, +1 Zarude. So I'm really liking this set. Shadow Ball and Focus Blast do a ton. Sludge Wave is there for stuff like for Zarude. It also does a little bit more to Salamence. And then Thunderbolt is there for Vaporeon. It still doesn't two-shot Vaporeon all the time, even with just a fully physically defensive set because Vape is so bulky. But it does pretty good work. Next up, Goose is coming back. Goose with Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, Volt Switch, and Rising Voltage with an Assault Vest set with Analytic. Like I said, I could trap Mega Aggron with Goose, but he's probably going to be Spadef invested anyway. And I don't really, you know what? I'm going to change it to Magnapole. If I regret this, why is this not working? I'm going to bring it to Magnapole just because this is a pretty safe switch in on Mega Aggron. I can continue to chip it down because I really need to chip on Aggron this week. It's one of my biggest priorities. So I can trap this thing, hit it for a little bit with Volt Switch, and then get out right into something like Windshear because he can't really do anything. He's forced to stay in and click a move. So whether it's Earthquake, which won't do anything, Heavy Slam, he's going to take Helmet Chip. And he doesn't have recovery other than Wish from Vaporeon. So Max Attack Modest, I'm doing a whole lot of stuff. So I'm really liking Goose this week. Next up, Dr. Milburn. The Moltres coming back. Another Heavy Duty Boots defensive set. Flame Body ability, again for dual Wing Beats and Heavy Slams and all that. Flamethrower, U-Turn, Roost, and Defog. Physically defensive. Without Rock Blast on Mega Aggron, this thing pressures it pretty hard. Flamethrower does a lot, even if he's specially defensive. U-turn just for pivoting, Roost for longevity, and Defog to remove any hazards from something like that Aggron. And then last but not least, Swampert, per 30 the Swampert coming back with Rindo Berry, Set, Earthquake, Ice Punch, Flip Turn, and Yawn. Pretty much mixed defenses. This is another solid answer to Mega Aggron. It also is a good answer to Cinderace and Snorlax. Rindo Berry so I can take a Grass Knot safely from Koko. And just having per 30 around lets Koko not just Volt Switch around freely. It might bait him into going for Grass Knot. Most 90% of the time my switch in is going to be Goose because he can't do anything to me with my Assault Vest. But if I can bait him into going for a Grass Knot, which is going to do way less to Goose than something like a Thunderbolt in Terrain, that'll be great. Flip Turn is obviously there for pivoting. And then Yawn is there for Vaporeon. Vaporeon obviously is not going to take anything from Earthquake or Ice Punch and stops my flip turning pivoting. So I can Yawn into that thing, force him out, so I can flip turn safely or put him to sleep. If I force him to sleep, he can't Heal Bell unless he's rocking something like Sleep Talk Heal Bell, which would be wild. But I really like that option. So with all that out of the way, let's hop into this match. All right, guys, we're about to hop into this match against BassoonBoy and the Michigan Milotic. You can see the 6 I expect him to bring up on the screen. Tapu Koko, Salamence, Mega Aggron, Cinderace, Vaporeon, and Claydol. I could also see something like Zarude coming, maybe that Haunter. But you've seen the 6 I'm bringing. If you haven't, go check out the Teambuilder. And let's hop into this match. Okay, we see Toxicroak and Snorlax. No Salamence is cool. And no Cinderace is also cool. Alright, I'm interested to see what that Snorlax is. It might be just another Ice Resist so that that Weavile didn't wreck it. But Low Kick did a ton to that thing, unless he's like Droppleberry, which he totally could be. So he's got a really easy lead in Koko, obviously. Claydol is also a decent lead because he can set hazards or just teleport out. He could also lead Aggron to set hazards. Toxicroak is really scary. I gotta scout what that Toxicroak is as soon as I can so I don't get messed up by it. I like my Goose lead. Goose can Volt Switch out fairly safely on everything not named Toxicroak. He can also go into Claydol. Also, no, because Koko is so easy. I'm just going to lead Goose. If he leads Claydol, then he's that's really smart. I'm going to lead Goose here. I mean, at the same time, last time I brought Goose, I led it, so maybe he will lead Claydol. Cheshire's also not a bad lead. It's decent against pretty much everything, because I can maybe surprise Koko with like a Sludge Wave. Or I could also lead Swampert. Feign that I'm going to set rocks. That would bring in Vaporeon in immediately. You know, I'm going to go into Goose. He can go into Claydol fairly safely and stop my Volt Switch. But let's see how much Claydol's taking. This is where I'm going to regret bringing... Yeah, Flash Cannon doesn't do a lot. If I happened to have been at Analytic on the switch in, it probably would have done a whole lot more. But let's see how much Analytic would have done, just to make me feel bad about my choice. Analytic would have done a butt ton. That's fully specially defensive. So that was probably a goofy move, but still. I'll lead Goose anyway. I mean, if he leads Toxicroak, and he's special, I gotta figure out what Toxicroak does. Okay, I think if he goes Toxicroak, I can go into Skarm relatively safely. He leads Aggie, I'm cool with that. So I have a free Volt Switch here because he has to stay and he's trapped. So I'm totally cool with that. So I'm just gonna Volt Switch right out into Skarm. This is a great situation for me. So I'm gonna get some nice chip on Aggie. Scout out how defensive he is. So I'd expect this to do around 35%, and that's if he's got a lot of special bulk on there. But this is great intel for Mega Metacham later to calc how much I can realistically do to this thing. Because I've had some bad experiences with thinking that I can physically take on Mega Aggron. For reference, I V-created into a Mega Aggron, and it did under half. I will never forget that. So... And so we'll get a nice big volt switch off here. He has to stay in. He's gonna Mega. Probably just set rocks or EQ. Either of those, I'm cool with it. But Skarm is super safe coming in, so this is a very good turn one for me. Unless he's got even Thunder Punch, won't do it a whole lot. He can roar, force me back out into something, but if he roars, literally anything coming in threatens him, so. Because that's the thing, Aggron was a totally necessary bring this week, but everything I've got messes it up in a pretty good capacity, so. Alright, Volt Switch comes off. 34, yep, alright, he's especially bulky. Right into Wind Shear. Goes for EQ, perfect. I'm just going to get a layer of spikes up here. If he wants to rapid spin these away with Claydol later, that's totally okay. But getting him up now, forcing him to rapid spin is really good. He probably just goes hard into Koko here. So I could make an aggressive play and go back out into Goose, but if he were to stay in an EQ again, I don't like that. So I'm just going to get a layer of spikes up here, force him to rapid spin. And then when he goes back into Koko, I'll just go back into Goose, see if he wants to be really aggressive, go for the Grass Knot immediately. Then that's cool, I'll get Goose free back in. Then he would probably go into Claydol to rapid spin the spikes, and I'll go for Flash Cannon. But looking good, pretty good start. Alright, Vape comes out, cool with that. Just gonna go hard into Goose, he can flip turn here. That's fine. Throw up a Wish. Either of those I'm cool with. Alright, Goose comes out. He's just going to go for Scald. 25, he burns me. That's sad, but yeah, that's uninvested. He's going to go into Claydol here. So I want to be aggressive and go into Swampert. Actually, I'll just Flash Cannon. Because that Claydol is coming in as... Oh, he's going to protect. That's fine. What do I want to do here? He might throw up a Wish. So I'm going to go into Swampert. That covers the Wish and the Claydol coming in. But I hate Vaporeon so much. Vaporeon is so bulky and so good. Or I could just fire off a Thunderbolt. Because if he goes into Claydol, realistically, I have a totally safe switch into Milburn, and I can just Flamethrower. I can also go into Swampert. So honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm just going to Volt Switch. If he goes into Claydol, I'm totally cool with that. Then I can pivot out while he rapid spins. He's going to stay in. Alright, well, he probably threw off a Wish. So I'm going to go into Swampert here and yawn this thing. He's probably going to protect. So maybe I go back into Goose. I'll just fire off a Yawn. If he protects, that's okay. But if he tries to Scald me, that's also okay. Because if he could like Scald me or do something else, because he would expect me to set Stealth Rocks here on the Protect. So best case scenario, I don't know what the best case scenario is, but best case scenario is he scalds me, it doesn't do anything, and then I don't get Scald burned. Or he like flip turns or something, and I get a yawn on something else. Yeah, because Earthquake is doing nothing to this thing. Just please don't burn me. Realistically, I should have gone into Gengar there. Because then I could have pressured pretty hard with a Nasty Plot. Oh, he's going to Tox me? That's cool. I'm going to get my Yawn off. He's healed back, which is annoying as hell. But there's no way he stays in here, so I'm just going to flip him. Oh, he could also go into Toxicroak. I forgot, Toxicroak gets Dry Skin. If he does that, that's not safe at all, because I have Earthquake. And Toxicroak doesn't get like Grass Knot or anything, so... yeah. He wouldn't be able to do anything. So flip turn looks to be safe. If he stays in and this thing goes to sleep, totally cool with that, because then I'll just go into Goose and Volt Switch. But I also hate that this thing is back and forth. Sad boy hours. Alright, Flax comes in. Cool with that. Big boy. 16. Snorlax. That is physically defensive. Maybe? Yeah, that looks pretty physically defensive. It looks like a max roll on Fizz Def. Alright, he's almost definitely Choppleberry on this guy. So if I go into Remedy and he is Chopple, like fully max and he's got something stupid like counter, because that's happened to me before. I got countered. Low kick doesn't have a super good chance to kill. So I want to go into Wind Shear. He's got Heat Crash, that's fine. If he starts setting up, that's also fine. But I'm going to set up another layer of spikes. And I want to see what this thing is. If he's like banded with Heat Crash, that might do a lot, but... Yeah, there's the Heat Crash. Wow. Yeah, that's... Oh my god, that did so much. 68? That's not... Dude, had this thing been choice banned, he might have killed me. That did so much. Oh my god. What is he? I don't... Is he expert? I really don't understand that damage. He could be like expert belt, which would be whack. So I'm just gonna go back into Swampert, I guess. Or let's... How much is Moltres gonna take from like a body slam? It'll do a decent chunk, but it won't do a ton, and I have a chance to burn. That did... Oh my god, I definitely didn't expect that to do that much. Well, he's got to be something, so I don't think he's Chopple. Unless I'm calcing something wrong. Does this... Actually, before I do that, does this thing get Rock Slide or Stone Edge? It definitely does. It does get Rock Slide. I mean, if I stay in and roost, with him expecting me to do something else, that's also an option. I'm going to roost and see what he wants to do, actually. I don't want to go straight into a Moltres where I do a Rock Slide, because he's not choice banned. Or he's like choice banned, but he's not adamant, which I don't expect. I mean, no. Because he's Snorlax, obviously. He's not running Jolly. Or he's choice banned with like not max attack for something else, and that was like a min roll. So, best case scenario is you guys feel like body slam or thunder punch this time. He goes back into Fatal. Cool. And he's gonna rapid spin. And I'm going to get into soccer. I should have gotten Gengar. I'm super stupid. But whatever. Now he's gonna go into Fluffy again. And I'm going to or, I mean, he's at max, so if I flip turn into that, then... God, I hate Vaporeon. Because if I don't flip turn, I go hard into Goose, and he, like, Earth Powers, I'm in a lot of trouble. I don't know why I didn't go into Gengar, because Gengar would have hit this thing really hard and pressured, or just pressured, and I could have swapped it back out. So... Let's flip turn. If it goes into Vape, that's fine. I mean, honestly, it's not fine, because I don't have good switches. Even Goose took 25%. I'm getting chipped down by Burn, and he can protect. I gotta get into Remedy and start breaking some holes, because I'm doing nothing right now. It's just that Vaporeon. I hate Vaporeon so much. Oh, goodness. Well, I'll yell. It's the safe play. He stayed in. Interesting. Oh, he teleports. Right, I forgot it did that. I mean, I knew it did that, but I forgot it right now. So he's gonna go right back into Vaporeon. Throw off another Scald. But I'm definitely losing right now, so I need to step it up. I should have brought Thunder Punch on Metacham, because that Vaporeon takes under half from his Zen Headbutt. Unbelievable. And a big chance to burn. I should have brought Gudra to handle that. Vaporeon. Yep, this stupid thing comes back in. I'm just gonna... I can't go right into Goose, obviously. I hate Vaporeon. If he scalds into Gengar, how much will it? That does. That's the thing. Uninvested, Gengar takes around half. I guess I'll go back into Goose. He's gonna wish. I guess I'll go for Thunderbolt. He can just protect. See what I'm gonna do. Because Flash Cannon's gonna do nothing to that Claydol, and it's gonna get back to full anyway. So on the off chance he stays in again, I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt. I'm also wearing down my only check to Koko. So if that thing's Choice Scarfed, I'm in a lot of trouble. That's the thing about my freaking team comp, man. I don't have a grass type. And if I had a grass type, I mean, it's a very important type, but if I had a grass type, this Claydol Vaporeon situation would be not an issue. He's going to go into Aggie this time. Okay. Well, I'm just going to Volt Switch, I guess, back into Skarmory and Roost up. But you're trapped. You're going to take another big chip. So you can set Stealth Rocks. Alright, Volt Switch. Hard back into Wind Shear. Dragon Tail. Gonna take rocks. Spit me onto Mega Aggron. Gengar. Good enough. Okay. Gengar. Cheshire. Focus Blast kills you. I gotta hit it though. Do I want to take that risk? No. He's just gonna go. I mean, if he goes into Snorlax is weak at this point. Ah, screw it. Come on, Focus Miss. No, I can't do that, man. Wind Shear is so safe, and if he could go back into Koko, and then I'm kind of in trouble, but I'm just gonna go back into Wind Shear, I guess. It's just Focus Blast. It's such a bad move. I gotta freaking hit it. But he knows I have Focus Blast. If I'm him, I stay in here because I have to hit it, A, and B, he doesn't need this for anything else. I'm gonna go into Wind Shear. I can't risk that. If he Dragon Tails or Earthquakes, whatever. But then he gets right back into Vaporeon and he heals this thing up again. I need Gengar to break Claydol. I need to revenge Koko if he's not Scarfed. I need this thing. I can't take the risk of missing. Storm comes out. Damn, he goes right back into it. I mean, that was the play. But he can just Scald here, and it's so free because I don't have anything that wants to switch in against this thing. Scald just does so much to everything. He's gonna get off a huge wish here, or he Scalds, and I'm back to ground zero. There's a Scald. And Goose can't switch in anymore. So I guess I'm just gonna Thunderbolt. If he goes into Claydol, I'll go into Swampert and try to be aggressive. But it's this stupid Vaporeon. Do I outspeed this? I forget. He could just kill me too. That's the other option. He could just sit here and kill me. Or he can protect. Let Burn wear me down a little bit more. But Remedy does nothing to this thing. I should have brought Thunder Punch. Had I brought Thunder Punch over Fake Out, how much was I doing? Yeah, over half. There's going to be 2 games in a row where I misprepped and I'm just going to lose. Thunderbolt. He's going to protect. Yep. I'm going to go for Thunderbolt again. At this point, God, I hate Vaporeon so much. Like, this thing would not be a problem if it wasn't so strong, but... Or if I had a water immunity. So last time I played Vaporeon, it literally did nothing because I had Gastrodon. Gastrodon hardballed it. But Swampert, Clay Doll comes out. He's just going to teleport. So I guess I'll go. He's going to flash cannon. He's just going to teleport or he kills me. He's going to set rocks. Well, I'm gonna go into Millburn. I'll save this thing for Death Fodder. I can try to defog. If he goes into Vape and I lose, like my last little shred of dignity on Magnezone over here. Teleport, yep. I just cannot believe that Assault Vest Magnezone from uninvested Vaporeon, it was doing over 25% every time. This stupid thing comes out again. And I'm gonna U-turn, I guess. I'm gonna sack off Magnezone. It dies on entry. He's just gonna throw up a Wish. Goodbye, Goose. He's just gonna Wish. Scalds this time. Alright, well, I'm gonna go into this stupid guy, and I'm gonna click Fake Out. See how much it does. See what he wants to do. Because if I had High Jump, my stupid prep, man. If I brought Thunder Punch or High Jump Kick, I'd two-shotted this thing clean. All I would need to do is not get burned. But stays in 19. Well, I'm just going to Zen Headbutt twice, see if I get a flinch. If he Scald Burns me, the game is over. Because then I literally can't break this thing at all. But he can just throw up a Wish and just keep Wish protecting. But I can't touch it. Flinch. Stupid thing. Okay, well, now he's just going to protect. Man, I got a max roll, too. Remedy's trying his hardest for me, but he's just going to get into Clay Doll. I'll click Zen again, I guess. I'm just going to keep mashing it. I'm going to force you to do something. But he could literally just sit and Wish Protect here this entire time. Or, like, wait till I miss a Zen Headbutt. I got to flinch this guy. But I'm going to start just mashing buttons because I have literally no other option. I cannot break this thing. Moltres dies. Swampert can't touch it. Gengar can't touch it. Gengar takes like 51. And then I'm locked into Thunderbolt and he just goes hard into Clay Doll. Skarmory can do literally nothing. Magnezone was my only choice, but it just died so easily and Clay Doll was right there. After this battle, I swear to God, I'm changing this team. I don't know what I was thinking not drafting a grass type. I'm dropping Swampert. I'm adding Gastrodon, if it's there. Because Gastrodon is just so much better. Zen, flinch. Damn it. He Toxic'd. Well, now he's just going to protect. I'm just going to keep mashing Zen Headbutt. I have no better play. If I had Thunder Punch, this thing was dead, but I didn't bring it. Or if I had, High Jump Kick was super not safe against this damn thing. Yep. Alright, well I need a flinch, or I need literally a max roll. Like, if he just scalded me, it would do, like, half. But no, we have to do the Wish Protect situation. Clay Doll comes out. Zen. I'm going to take even more toxic damage, but I'm just going to kill this thing. If I Ice Punch and he goes back into Vaporeon, he can teleport or whatever, I'm just going to click Ice Punch. Then I'll be at, like, no health. So, but he just teleports out right into that stupid thing and he throws off another Wish. I have to Ice Punch it. I don't care. I have to kill something. I can't get 6-0'd. I just can't. But this is pretty pathetic. Ice Punch. He's dead. Hooray, I did something. Alright, well, Koko comes in. I'm forced into Swampert. 2 Dazzling Gleams will just kill me, obviously, but Gengar can win this. I just have to get it in like a really specific scenario. I wish I had my spikes up. Because now a Vaporeon can come in and just click Protect. Or Koko comes in, either one. Why? I don't understand why this thing comes in. I guess I'll go into Milburn, see what he wants to do. I have no idea why this thing came out. I mean, Ice Punch. I have no idea what that was aiming into, but I can either U-turn or I'm just gonna U-turn. If he's got Rock Slide, then so be it. But I don't really care about the rocks being up. I gotta keep my momentum forward. Well, it looks like he's physical though, which is good. He's definitely got Stone Edge. So he just needs to hit it and Moltres gets obliterated. But it doesn't do anything for me anyway. Best case scenario is he's like Choice Scarfed for Weavile or something like that. I mean Koko just kind of came in. He goes into Vaporeon. Okay, well, here's the situation. Vaporeon's totally he's just gonna protect. I can go into Gengar. Gengar does nothing, and he can just start Wish Protect stalling me again. Goose is dead. This is the scenario in which I needed Goose alive, but he's dead, so. Skarmory does nothing. Swampert does nothing. I'm going to go into Gengar because the Remedy's almost dead anyway. And I'm just going to start mashing Thunderbolt and hope he misplays. Or if I just gotten a Toxic on. I didn't bring a single thing with Toxic. So this... Yeah, he doesn't have Heal Bell. He's just Scald, Toxic, Wish, Protect. Well, he's just gonna Wish again. This stupid piece of crap Pokemon. I hate this so much. Like, I'm not even playing particularly badly. Like, this thing is just sitting here. Like, if this turns to be a PP stall, I will do it out of spite. Because he has clicked Scald maybe like twice, 3 times. Alright, well, this piece of crap came in. I guess I'll go into Milburn this time. The internet went out, that's why that crapped itself, I guess. So I don't know what that roll... If he clicks Stone Edge, then it's whatever. Ice Punch. Burn. Can I get one? Just one. One little piece. All I'm asking for. This piece of crap just comes in again. I'm gonna... Oh, God. I'll U-turn. I don't super care about the rocks, I guess, but... But his removal is gone, so I should probably prioritize getting hazards up. But it doesn't matter. I don't think I can win this. I can't break that stupid fish. Fish dog. Koko comes out. Okay. Well. I guess I'm gonna go into Gengar and click Shadow Ball to Then this stupid thing comes out. It's a 50-50. I don't have a safe move. I mean, my best move is honestly to probably click Thunderbolt. I mean, Thunderbolt does nothing to Koko. But I don't have a better play. Alright, well, Cheshire's going to come in. My play is Sludge Wave because if he goes into Aggron, I have a safe double into Wind Shear. So that's the plan I'm going to make. If he doesn't think if he's Choice Scarf and he Volt Switches, probably dead. Pro comes out. This thing's probably got Sucker Punch. I'll go into Milburn. Knock off. Okay. Again, no burn. He clicks Scald, what, 3 times? Got a burn. I'm getting frustrated. I've U-turned literally every single time. If he Stone Edges, that's fine. I have to try to get into anything that can do damage. This thing is definitely Choice Scarf, the way he brought that in to click knockoff. So next time I'll just stay in and click Sludge Wave twice. Vape comes out. Perfect. Okay, well here's the thing. Cheshire comes in, and I'm terrain boosted now on my Thunderbolts, which means he cannot. This is the scenario. I have 1 turn. Is it 1 turn? I think it's only 1 turn. So he's going to be able to stall it out. But you know what? Cheshire's my play because Remedy is being chipped down. Yeah, I only get 1 terrain boosted Thunderbolt, which stinks because he's going to just protect through it and then just start wish spamming again. But it's what I have to do. I need a para, I need a crit, I need some stupid RNG thing to get by this damn fish. Yep, there's the protect. This if I was the sub nasty plot set I had until about 3 seconds before the battle started, this would not be an issue. But I changed it. And now Vaporeon can just sit here for days, because I'm an idiot. Crit. Para. Yes! Para! You got the wish up, but I'm just going to click Thunderbolt again. I don't care anymore. He's going to wish back into Snorlax. I'll go punch here. Alright, well, he wished into Aggron, same freaking difference. So, he's probably just going to go into Koko. And I'm just going to set spikes, I guess. Going to Koko. If he goes into Koko, he can just go into Vaporeon again, though. Goes into Lax this time. I'm fine with that. I'm going to Roost. He's going to click Heat Crash again, but I'm going to make this thing kill itself. Goes into Koko. Well, I gotta go into Swampert. He Grass Knots, whatever. Swampert's doing literally nothing for me anymore. If he doesn't, then I just click Earthquake. But Vaporeon is so close to dead. It's at 20%. It'll take 12 from Spikes. It is so close to dead. I just gotta play Gengar right. That's all I have to do. Swampert comes in. Volt Switch. Grass Knot, that's alright. That was incredibly obvious. So he can just click that again. I'm just gonna Earthquake. That's fine. Swampert's gonna go down, and I get back into Gengar. And then I'm back in a situation in which it's a 50-50. Aggron sitting at full health. I sludge waved last time. Big boy is essentially dead. Okay. So Cheshire comes back out. I mean, Cheshire is also at half health because I didn't defog the rocks away because I needed to keep that Vaporeon from coming in. So this is the situation. There are 2 turns of electric terrain left. If he is Choice Scarf, he is locked into Grass Knot. That is fine. Oh, if this thing is Choice Scarf, I've lost, by the way, in case you didn't know. Because Gengar can't take hits from this thing anymore. So this thing is Choice Scarf, then I've lost. But that's whatever. I'm going to Focus Blast. It hits both of the big things coming in. If he goes back into Croak, I'll just click it twice. So if he stays in and Volt Switches out, then I've also lost. No, I'm going to click Sludge Wave. Because if Aggron comes back in, then a Wind Shear is super safe. So that's just what I have to do. And then if he doubles back out into Vaporeon, then good play. But if he isn't Choice Scarf and he Volt Switches, I would die. If I click Focus Blast on the Mispredict. Aggron comes in. He's going to take Spikes. Yep, I knew I should have clicked Focus Blast. Earthquake, Dragon Tail. I'm going to go into Milburn this time, I guess. I knew this thing was coming out. I don't know. Man. If and when I lose this, I'm going to be very salty. Because we've been playing for nearly an hour and nothing's really come of it. Oh, I lost my boots. He just doubled back into Koko anyway. I forgot that I lost my boots. Well, now it's super over. Well, I'm going to go into Remedy, I guess, and click Fake Out. I'll go into Skarmory. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Volt Switch. I'm dead. This thing's totally Choice Scarf, so the only way I can kill it is with Fake Out. That's not even that's a roll to kill. So, actually not after Spikes, it's not. So, the Remedy's on a timer. I could switch in once. I'll take Toxic. I'll take 12%, so I have one more switch in. I don't know, 2 more switch-ins, I guess. One more Fake Out. I switch out, and I can come in for free, and then one more Fake Out. So I have 2 Fake Outs, or a Fake Out and another move. Goes into Magron. Alright, well I killed it. That's pretty cool. But it doesn't matter, because Koko just comes in now and locks into Volt Switch and the game is over. Yeah. How'd I defog those rocks away? Alright, well, my only hope of winning is if this thing, for some ungodly reason, isn't Choice Scarfed. So I guess I'll just click Zenton, but I would need him to miss Volt Switch or something of the sort. I guess I'll go into Gengar here and click Thunderbolt. My best way to actually, yeah. Alright, well, build that thing. Please, for the love of all that is holy, don't be Scarf Koko. I mean, if he was Scarf Koko, he would have gone into it. Man, just one more layer of spikes, too. Just one more layer of spikes. This is the second game in a row. Just one more. And I would have had it. Or he's not Choice Scarf. Or he's like E-Belt or something where he specs. But actually, wait, let me calculate that damage on Swampert. Oh, he's Choice Specs. That Swampert damage, I think I might have pulled this off. Oh my god, please, for the love of, please tell me that Calp's being right. Come on, Cheshire. Come on, you beautiful big boy, come on! I did not battle for an hour and deal with Vaporeon shenanigans and wishing into Aggron and all this other crap for nothing. You're gonna win me this battle, let's go. Come on. Thunderbolt. Please, God. Two more. Two more Thunderbolts. He's going to protect. It's going to come down to how much Thunderbolt does to this Snorlax. I think it's not going to do enough, actually. Because he got the protect off. And now the terrain is gone. One more turn of terrain, and I think I might have had it. Let's see what this roll is. Come on. Come on. Kill it. No! Well, I'm irate. I hated that experience. I have no words. If that was a min roll, I want to see what that was. He must have been like FizzDef AV. Or no. If he had no special defense investment, if he was like impish. Did 18. He had some. That didn't look like it was in my favor. So, what are you going to do? But that's the game. I hated that. So, still doing good. Still 2-1. I think +9 or so. But we'll be back next week. So, thanks for watching this battle. See you guys next time.